Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another segment of Talk Galore Radio. It's your host who thinks the most, and I'm ready to give you some topics. I feel a couple of them I feel strongly about, but a few each are just notable entertainment topics that I'm just gonna push out there as well. The Boondocks, the plug was pulled, so there won't be a reboot. So all my Boondocks fans, there will not be a reboot of the show. Sony pulled the plug. And my reasoning would be because I feel like the Boondocks is too real of a show. It depicts too many actual things that's going on, and I feel like the world ain't really ready for that the way we're going. See, once upon a time, the world was able to take what the Boondocks was dishing out, but the world is getting more and more and more soft and feminine. So, and there's so many cancel this and cancel that, or this is offensive and that's offensive, and a lot of people don't really see the joke in it as well as the reality. So I'm assuming that's why they're pulling the plug on it, because I'm pretty sure if they were to keep going on with it, there'd still be tons of viewers, but I've got the sensitive ones nowadays. So I'm pretty sure that's what caused them to pull the plug. I want to move on. As I stated before, it's Talk Galore Radio. Feel free to call in. Feel free to chat with me in the inboxes in the chat room. Feel free. Love to hear your thoughts on certain topics. I want to move on. I want to talk about Kanye West, Yeezy. He introduced Antonio Brown to Donda Sports. Now, I'm kind of glad Kanye is now venturing into something else, because this man's net worth is through the damn roof, and he keeps showing us more and more and more why he's a damn genius. Because I didn't think the day Kanye would be rapping that he'll have his own clothing line, and the fact that now he has his own I'm assuming his own what you call it, shit Jay-Z's doing. I'll put a pin in it, come back to it. He's basically a sports agent now. So I'm glad for Kanye West for doing that. Big ups to him. And Tony Brown, his life after football. And I'm kind of glad that he's not taking the football to heart, because a lot of times a lot of people don't make it out of football the same way they were. So big ups to him. I'm pretty sure Tony Brown's going to be doing other things as well. I want to Rihanna. Everybody's kind of saying that Rihanna settled for ASAP, and as people are saying that she didn't. ASAP treats her the way he must treat her, is why she wants to have a baby with him and things of that nature. But Rihanna's dad says that Rihanna did not want to wait until her 40s to have kids, which means that Rihanna could have also been rushing this as well. Rihanna could have been rushing this as well. So maybe she did settle for ASAP at the time, who knows? But according to her dad, she didn't want to wait. So like I said, hope for the best for her anyway. She's already pregnant, so hope the kid grows up healthy and turns out great. I want to move on to something that had me laughing a little bit, but I heard the song. It's decent. Nick Cannon released an R&B single called Weekend Girl. This is Nick Cannon we're talking about, somebody who has really not really had a music career. Like he's extravagant in other niches, but music was never his thing. The song I heard, it's okay, but would I play it in my car? Nah, I don't think so. Well, it is what it is. He's making music again, I guess. So we'll see where that goes. Speaking of music, Lupe Fiasco is back on the scene once again. I'm glad to see him on the scene. He's been gone for a long time, so I'm glad to see him back out there making music. He just released Hustlers as part of his NFT launch. So big ups to Lupe for that. And speaking of music as well, Big Sean and Gene Aiko, who I pronounced the name right, are working on a 2088 sequel album. The first album was good. I enjoyed it. I liked it. So hopefully the sequel is just the same. Big ups to Big Sean. Big ups to Gene Aiko. Doing a sequel for this. They're working on it as we speak. So can't wait to hear how that turns out. Now, for all of my weed smokers, the Ghost, Styles P, has said that he has the strongest lungs in the rap game when it comes to smoking weed. Nobody has lungs in it like him when it comes to hitting the blunt. And he called out a few rappers, but the first rapper to actually respond was Wiz Khalifa, which I'm pretty sure anybody should have expected that, either him or Snoop. But they got online, they got on the phones in the same group chat and started, talking shit to each other about weed. Basically, it wasn't nothing negative, nothing violent. It's just more about weed. So each one said that they can outsmoke the other. Let me know who y'all got. I'd like to put a vote out there for that. You got Styles P, Wiz Khalifa, DZA, Redman, Method Man, Snoop Dogg, Cypress Hills, B Real, Currency, and Cookies Found a Burner. Let me know how y'all feel out there. Who y'all think does have the strongest lungs? Who can actually outsmoke the next? I mean, I might have to give it to I'll have to give it to Wiz. I mean, Wiz or Snoop, because I remember Wiz couldn't outdo Snoop on stage, and Wiz been training for some years now, so one of them got to be able to outdo the Ghost. But I don't know, maybe the Ghost is right. I want to move on to another topic, which is a little alarming. NBA YoungBoy lookalike was found dead in the woods in Alabama. His lookalike, which means an innocent person, lost their life behind a music beef that he has. Or it can actually come from, I feel like maybe his music company, if I'm correct, I believe it was Atlantic Records, tried to get rid of him and got the wrong guy. Those are my two reasons behind it. Could be one or the other. He's been calling out his record label for a minute now, and his record label, I'm pretty sure, is pissed the fuck off. And a lot of times when you begin to run your mouth, we know how the music industry get. They tend to want to take you out one way or another. So his lookalike, someone who lost their life over this, was found in Alabama once again. So prayers go out to his family. Rest in peace, young man. And I hope this NBA YoungBoy situation gets smoothed over soon enough, because we don't need to lose any more innocent people in these types of debacles. I have two more topics I want to discuss. As I stated, this is going to be a short segment, but it's something about this that rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, and this what I mean when I have certain agendas when it comes to things. I want to talk about the president, Joe Biden, the one who claimed you ain't black if you ain't vote for him, but yet he barely did anything for us. He's been in office, but he has served every other ethnic group other than us. We still have yet to receive any real benefits that just benefits us alone and not everyone at one time, and then try to pinpoint it as if you were doing it for us. So I want to say something that he said. And this was speaking on Black History Month. He was actually speaking on Black History Month, the fact that, I'm paraphrasing a little bit, that it should be celebrated. America's history is Black history. Everywhere you go, you see Black people this, Black people that, the rah-rah. And this comes from the same guy who says a lot of negative shit about us in his press conferences. So speaking out of the side of your neck, both sides of your neck, It's not pleading your case if you're trying to get reelected, basically. So anybody out there who voted for Joe Biden, who's from that community, really felt like Joe Biden really didn't look out for us and didn't actually see that he used us or exploited us, don't vote for him again. Do not vote for this man again. I'm just saying, you can if you want, but I wouldn't. But I want to talk about Joe Biden again, what he said. And this statement is somewhat paraphrased, but I'm using the same words. He says that his administration has worked for decades to reverse the underinvestment in Black communities, schools, and businesses. The ARP and bipartisan infrastructure law making historic investments in Black America, from vaccine shots and arms. Let me stop right there first. So you're making investments in the Black community by giving us vaccine shots that we do not trust anyway. That's your way of putting investments into our community? No, we're not gonna put up any more community centers, excuse me. We ain't gonna put those up anymore. We're not going to put trade schools and coding and things of this nature to help our community get out. We're not going to put businesses in our community that can, business classes and things of that nature that can help us get ahead in life. You're not going to put that in our communities, though, right? Like, everybody thinks to help the community, we're going to put more cops in there. That does not help the fucking community. Keeping kids busy, keeping people from being in the street, that's what helps the community. We have a lot of homeless people in the streets. I'm not going to say just African Americans, but everybody, but a lot of them are in our communities also. Let's build more developments then if that's the case. Let's really build more developments if that's the case. A lot of shit is missing. Our community is losing a lot of shit, and this is why we're getting worse in our community. But yet, the law is making historic investments in Black America, from vaccine shots to the arm. Who the fuck are you helping? Like, who are you really helping with this? You're not helping nobody. The whole vaccine and our arm things to help your own agenda. That's just to help y'all agenda. The fact that we didn't want to do it leads me to the second part. From vaccine shots and arms to checks in families' pockets. See how that goes together there? We didn't want to take these shots, so they started giving us money to try to bribe us to want to take these shots now. The money that they gave us wasn't money to help us build ourselves. It wasn't money that helped us, you know what, we could put some wealth in our family. We can start businesses with it. No, that's not what that money was. A lot of people was not going to work. So the money they were giving us for the month or months, that was to pay rent. It was enough just for us to pay rent. Most of us, at least, to pay rent. Catch up on a couple bills. That wasn't investing in us. That's not investing in us. It's the shit that goes on where they try to, so this is why I feel like they try to assault our intelligence as people. They really do. They really try to insult our intelligence as people. Because they know we're consumers and they know our people we greed for money first before we think about the how and the whys and the whats. But the fact that we do that, they feel like they can get over by doing shit like that and double talking. So that money wasn't enough for us to actually live off of and get ahead, or at least move up. No, the money was just enough for us to pay rent, pay a car note, something. But that's all that shit was. That's all it was. People weren't working because of the whole corona thing. A lot of people couldn't go to work because of it. So they ended up having to get the shot. And if the people who didn't get the shot lost their jobs, and how are they going to pay? Yeah, of course, with the money you're going to give us. But I'm glad they're starting to get rid of mandates now, because we're starting to put forth the effort to show them that, yo, you're not going to control us that way. As I stated, I was paraphrasing a little bit, but I was using a lot of the same exact words at the same time. So I might have missed one or two words at the time. So I'm going to state that, in my opinion, that's just how I feel about the situation. In my opinion. Can't state that enough. My opinion. So yeah, this whole Joe Biden's not for us. He's not in it for us. So for the African American community, don't think Joe Biden is in it for us. So don't get me started on Miss Harris. She's a topic at home, so let's not act like this Democratic Party is for us. It's not. I have two more people I want to speak about because I am tired of the African American community or our stars or celebrities or entertainers, whatever you want to call them. I'm tired of our people having to be the ones to apologize for the smallest shit to show that, okay, we don't have any backbone to ourselves. Like I said, we need to stop apologizing for the shit we say. Like nobody else apologizes for the small shit they say. So when something big, some rule come out, then yeah, then somebody wants to apologize after something. And I'm saying this because Joe fucking Rogan used the N-word not too long ago. In recent events, he used it. And the internet made a big thing about it. To the point when now all of a sudden he wants to apologize about it. And the fact that India Ari, kudos to her for taking her music off of a platform that's supporting Joe Rogan by giving this man $100 million fucking dollars. If I'm correct, I believe it was $100 million. But giving this man that money even after that, and for her to put the clips together that she put together to show that this dude been saying the N-word for years. He's only apologizing now because he's getting called out on it. And a lot of people don't really listen to Joe Rogan as much. So a lot of our people who probably didn't even get a chance to see him, that how many times that he's been using the N-word. I don't give a damn how in context or out of context he used it. The fact that he did it, he said it, okay. But that's not even a problem I'm having. I'm having a problem that you're double talking and trying to talk around the situation that, like you're playing with it. You're playing with people's intelligence. I said you say stories about how you walked into movie theaters in Philadelphia and things of that nature and saw black people and felt like you were in a Planet of the Apes, shit like that. But then when they sit there and say you don't have an issue with black people, you don't have an issue with black people at all, but you say things like that, but you're not racial at all, right? You're not racist at all, right, man? I'm pretty sure when you're having these conversations with your peoples and your friends, you're probably saying the word all the time. So you got caught out there. They even tried to take your episodes down when you said the N-word, but yet I'm glad somebody caught it and recorded it and got it out there. So now he wants to apologize for him using the N-word in the past, saying that it's the most regretful and shameful thing he has ever done, but yet you've been doing it for years. So how come you have not stopped doing it when you first did it? Like, when did it take you to realize, okay, you know what, I shouldn't be saying this word in any context that you're using? That's the part I don't understand. At any context that he's using, when did you decide to say, you know what, I can't do that. I can't say this word. Don't get me wrong. It pisses me the fuck off. Like I said, a lot of shit pisses me off. The 12 Years a Slave, all these slavery movies and things of that nature. The Jingo and all that other shit. You have all these Caucasian people using the N-word, or because a movie is supposed to be okay. No, that shit ain't fucking okay. Because as soon as we get out of hand and say the smallest shit, as in what Whoopi did, Whoopi Goldberg, said the smallest, she did not disrespect no Jew at all. She didn't disrespect them at all. She gave her opinion on what she felt like, what was racial and what wasn't. But she never disrespected the fact of what happened to them or used a word to slur, or use a slur against them. She never once did that shit, and she got fucking suspended. suspended and lost out on what, 100 and something thousand, 150 something $1,000. She got suspended for stating an opinion on a show called The View, as in your point of fucking view. That she got suspended. See, the thing about it is, they made her apologize for that. And you know what it is? It's not even, and people keep thinking, you gotta realize why she apologized. Her boss is Jewish. Let's be real. Man, we're gonna talk about the Jews. Let's understand who's running shit now. Who's running Hollywood? Who's running the world now after this Holocaust situation took place? Who came out on top now? Who's running the world? Jewish people. It ain't white. It's not white people. It's not Caucasians at all. See, the thing about it is, Jewish people like to identify themselves as Caucasians sometimes when it's convenient for them. Have the Caucasian man do something towards us, and then they go back to do whatever they're going to do in their Jewish bodies. So now we get angry at the white guy. In all reality, it's the Jewish people. They're the ones that's running shit. These are the ones that got people apologizing. These are people that got us going against each other. These are the people who send other African Americans at other African Americans by using money, things of that nature. The puppet masters. That's what they are. Let's be real. Like, you ever realize anybody that's not Jewish, when you walk into their neighborhood, everybody's cameras and shit come on? Even if you're a delivery driver, everybody's on notice. You never see not one police officer in a Jewish neighborhood unless somebody got there and started trying to rob them. That's even if you get close enough even if you get close enough into their community. If you get into their community, they will be having all eyes on you. So if you even get close enough to even rob somebody or break into, it's the only time you'll ever see a police officer there, and they'll probably be there in less than 6 minutes, no matter where they at. See, when we tend to build businesses and we start to show that we about to make the improvements that we don't, the improvements of our own neighborhood that we put back into it. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle, RIP. They got to get rid of that, because they see one person doing it, they're going to see somebody else doing it, and another, and another. This is probably why a lot of entertainers are scared to do what they need to do. Because once again, the Jewish people are at the top when it comes to Hollywood. Check the museums. Check everywhere. They're not going to give themselves the props because they want to be included in letting people know that they're the ones that's running it. So when she's saying, when Whoopi Goldberg's saying sorry, apologizing this, apologizing that, and have other players and other people apologizing for shit like this, is only because their boss is Jewish. The boss is Jewish. They're running the world. They own them. They're owning the money basically, and they're controlling you with the money. So when they tell your ass to apologize for some shit, or they're gonna ruin your fucking career or take the money from you, yeah, they can do it. See, I pissed the fuck off that Whoopi. I wouldn't even apologize. Next time, she need to go do her own thing. She needs to go do her own thing. She could have started her own show and still got the same viewers and the same listeners instead of apologizing for an opinion. She made an opinion. She didn't disrespect no ethnic group, no race at all. She just made an opinion of what she felt like was racial and what wasn't racial. That's all she did. And got suspended for 2 weeks. But Joe Rogan been on the air and on his podcast for over 12 years and used the N-word multiple times. So once again, shout out to India Ari for putting those clips together to show how many scenarios that this man has used the N-word in. And the fact that he got caught up now, he wants to apologize. Now, should he be canceled now? I feel like he should, yes. I mean, if it's not affecting the LGBTQ community, nobody wants to cancel nobody. See, if he would have made a transgender joke, I'm pretty sure they'll be trying to cancel Joe Rogan soon, like they tried to do with Dave Chappelle. Just as they tried to do with Dave Chappelle. They will be trying to cancel him. But the fact that he did not attack them, he said something about the black community. All he does have to do is apologize. And we're supposed to say, okay about it? No. Get his ass off the air now. Put him on 2-year suspension. Anything. Just get his ass off the air now. Since that was something that was blatantly disrespectful. And the fact that he made more than one black joke. I mean, I would have laughed because sometimes, like I said, some scenarios are funny. Some stereotypes are just funny. But not the way he did it. So yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my issues with today. That's my issues behind that Joe Rogan shit and that Whoopi Goldberg thing. I feel like, everybody's gonna be treated the same. Let's treat all celebrities the same, not just one. But I guess there's a difference between being a liberal and a conservative. So, and being a man and a woman, and being black and being white. This is your host, Talk Galore from the Talk Galore Radio Show. Hope y'all enjoyed what I said. I hope y'all enjoyed my thoughts. See y'all again for another live very, very soon. Till then, y'all take care of each other and yourselves and be safe.